Hello, fellow teachers. This is Apollos, and I'm here to help you teach the scriptures with more impact, relevancy, and power. This video covers insight number 3 for the April 1st to 14th lesson from the New Testament Come Follow Me manual, and specifically covers Matthew 17, 14 through 21, and the same story in Mark 9, verses 14 through 29. This is a beautiful little story of the man who lovingly brings his tormented son to Jesus to be healed. I especially like Mark's account of this story. Now, if you really want powerful insights from this story, I would highly recommend you read Jeffrey R. Holland's May 2013 General Conference talk entitled, Lord, I Believe. It doesn't get any better than that. It's absolutely brilliant, and I wouldn't presume to give you anything better. So read that talk, teach those principles, and I promise you it will be powerful. However, I do have one small additional insight that I think can help make the story a little more relevant and applicable. It comes in the conversation between Jesus and his disciples after the man's son has been healed. Now, they come to Jesus and they ask him in verse 19, why could not we cast him out? Which is a really good question. I mean, they had faith. They had authority from Christ, they had a desire to help, but still they were unsuccessful in helping this man's son to be healed. Now, tell your students to look at Jesus' answer in verses 20 through 21 and find the 3 necessary elements that Jesus gives us for certain miracles to occur, and see if they can find them. Now, they should be able to pretty quickly identify in verse 20 the first element, which is faith. And then the other 2 are in verse 21, and those are prayer and fasting. At that point, teach them the following truth. Certain miracles require our faith, prayers, and fasting. In my experience, most of us are really good at the first 2, but how often do we add that last element to the mix? The fasting. There is an incredible power that stretches from heaven when we're willing to not only have faith and to pray, but to couple those 2 very powerful things with fasting. These verses sure seem to suggest that there are certain problems that can only be resolved when all 3 are present. Now, this presents you with a great opportunity to make an invitation to the people you're teaching. Remember that one of the purposes of teaching in the church is to inspire people to action. So right there, I would ask them, think of a problem, question, or concern that you are facing in your life right now. Then you can say, I invite you to put Christ's words to the test and tackle that issue with this 1, 2, 3 approach. And then testify. Share your personal testimony of this truth and the role that faith, prayer, and fasting have played in bringing blessings and maybe even miracles into your own life. Think about experiences that you might have had with that truth and be willing to share or to ask them if they have had experiences with it. Well, if you could do me a favor, I would love if you hit like and subscribe if you feel this video has helped you in any way. As a new YouTuber, I would love to hear your feedback in the comments, what kinds of videos you would find the most helpful, and also give me suggestions for improvement from your perspective. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Now go out there and teach with power.